You know, when you're so entrained with something or someone, you feel like you're in flow with it. You feel like you're just moving with it. You feel like there's no restriction. And so something has been happening within your field in your life recently where this entrainment of the flow of the seasons, the flow of transformation and transitions has kind of brought in something that's like stopped it. You've created strong boundaries within yourself, within your being, within your body, meaning that you've built up the respect and the courage to embrace authenticity instead of people pleasing or giving in, saying yes when the body isn't. And this boundary setting, this building upon the respect, self love, no longer neglecting the self, appreciating for all that you are because you are sacred, because your body is sacred, because your no is sacred. All of this that you've been working on building that bridge so that others can meet you where you are at instead of you always overextending, you always overgiving, always overreaching. Now you've built this bridge for others to meet you and to walk upon, to connect with in this new way, in this new light, this new part of you who can actually relax and sit back in and take a look from outside of yourself, really feel embodied in your presence. But it is causing some storm, some uproar, some breakage, some breakthrough points in your life. Something has just kind of started this storm here. It started a storm in your life for some of you. And I'm also feeling a lot of grief coming up in the collective field. I'm feeling a lot of grief within our bones, within our blood, within our nervous systems. I'm feeling a lot of grief around the seasons. Like Mother Earth, she is also grieving the death and decay of the spring and the summertime, those plants, those flowers, the elements, because now they're being asked to be laid to rest during this season of winter on the eastern coast. As we enter into fall and then into winter, there is this grief that is awakening within the Divine Mother, Gaia, Mother Earth. She is also feeling that too. And so if you are feeling it, you are one with the rhythms of nature. And how do we work with grief? How do we connect and commune with it in a way that we don't get taken over by it? We work internally, we work inside. This is an internal, introspective moment in your life to listen to the love of the elementals, the love of the inner child, the love of the wounds that are coming up to the surface to be connected with. Maybe this is somebody coming back into your life who's opened up old wounds that never were dealt with, that were never felt and understood fully. I'm hearing this may be like a reckoning for someone. Like something or someone you thought you healed from has come back into your life somehow, or the memory of them, and you are experiencing deep, deep-seated grief, deep-seated sadness. And it's been coming up as anger, aggression, rage, frustration, resentment. bitterness. But all of that bitterness, all of that sadness, all of that rage, all of that suppressed anger, aggression, frustration is asking to be transmuted or transformed and alchemized into medicine, instead of being the poison that leads you on your journey forward, right? The views of the ego. And so it's this inner child, this part of yourself that you want to speak to right now. And where does that part of you live within the body? Where have you been holding on to this energy, this charged energy? Where have you been holding on to it? Where has the ego created that shell of protection? And can you connect in with your body and allow yourself to get really comfortable where you're seated? Or if you're lying down and listening to this, or if you're in your car, can you really tune into the support of the seat that you've already manifested in your life because you are a creator and because you have beautiful things all around you? You have this limitless space around you. And can you start to notice the space within you and in the body? As you start to notice your breath, where are the boundaries or the boundless connections that you can create with your breath? Have you felt very restricted with your breath? Have you been saying mean things to yourself? I just heard that. So somebody here there's a little bit of that inner critic coming up. And where is that landing within your body right now? Where is that landing within your breath? Where are you holding your breath? Where have you been holding your breath so that others could breathe? There's some type of emotional neglect that's happened. And there's an emotional burnout that you're feeling. And this neglect, I feel like it's in the lungs a lot too. So grief can settle in the lungs a lot, that part of our body. So again, we're working with the breath right now. So just keep on breathing as we're working in with the energetics of our field, of our organs, of our body. And as you settle in, I'm being brought to the fire. So I have a candle here burning. And can you begin to sit around the fire? Sit around this fire that brings you into this space of light, bringing light to the surface of whatever it is that you're experiencing, whatever it is that you're feeling within your body right now, within this feeling of grief, within this feeling of sadness deeply seated. And for some of you, this is going to be in the liver and the endocrine system. So maybe your kidneys, your adrenals, that emotional burnout, right? The overwhelm that's been, I'm hearing, struck a chord so many times. Now you just kind of feel flatlined. There's like nothing. It's like numbing. But whatever's been happening within and after this eclipse that just happened, this solar eclipse, it brought something in someone up to the surface. And your inner child is here, and she's saying, hear me, hear this, listen to me, be with me. Remember, I am you, right? I am you. You are looking at me in the mirror. Your life is the mirror of the reflection that I'm feeling. She's saying, don't diminish your feelings any longer, because you hold so much beautiful love and connection. And you want to feel connected to this feeling. You want to feel connected to the freedom that can happen. And so by tuning into the body energetically, physically, maybe placing your hand on those parts of your body that are feeling, that are noticing the grief, the sadness, the frustration, and just allowing yourself to breathe into those spaces. Allowing yourself to feel what it feels like to free up some space that's been taken up. And as you do that, because I feel like this clearing on the chest area, especially when I placed my hands there, it was almost like the etheric energies of release, of just being there for the emotions that are coming up. And I'm working with the Akashic Tarot today, so bear with me because I haven't really worked with these cards a lot, so I kind of have to really feel into them. But the Queen of Keys came up. And so the Queen is all about, she's about the feminine energies. She's about the feminine qualities of nurturing, nourishment, of being there, of holding space, of being the priestess, of being the sage, that inner knowing, the intuitive self. And she's holding keys. She's holding this smile on her face saying, look at me. Look at this life that I've created. It's so beautiful. It's of beauty. I've created beauty in my life from all of the experiences that I've had to go through and have gone through. And just like Mother Earth, there's this vastness. There's this space that's already created for you. There's nature for you to walk out into. There's beauty for you to just open your eyes and awaken to the sight that's in front of you. And know that you're not alone within this feeling of something that was once lost, that you've lost, or that you're losing. That is dying, that is decaying. Because this is the inner cycle that's happening, along with the external cycle and revolution of life, and the nature and the spirit and the elements that are always around you and within you. It's this coming back into this sacredness of the evolution of yourself, of your body, and its connection to this higher meaning, this higher learning around whatever it is that you're experiencing in your life now. And so by feeling into your body and understanding where you're noticing tension, where you're noticing this restriction, especially of your breath, of your breathing and taking in life and then releasing. Has your exhale been tightly bound? Because you are so over giving so much of yourself. You are so over empathing, over taking on others' energy, taking on the energies of the world, of the collective. There's been this long burnout for a lot of us who do connect with the word light worker, empath, starseed, earth warrior, earth angel, bringers of light, the conscious, aware ones, the chosen ones, all of those definitions that we've related with. There is this emotional burnout that's been happening, but we are ready to step back into this even deeper super awareness of the superconscious, the subconscious, that connection with Uranus, that connects us with the higher mind, the higher thinking, the higher thought forms, the divine light, divine source, God, creator, however you view it, divine father, the fatherly energies, reconnecting with that yellow flame the yellow ray of light, so that we can build that confidence again within ourselves to hold the light for when we feel these more darker, heavier emotions. And when we have this uproar, this wave of experiences or people, places, things coming up again to the surface. So you're waiting on the water, but this wave, it's come crashing again. You thought you were at, just kind of like settled and waiting in the water there. You were above the water, but then this wave comes and it takes you over. Remember that you know where the surface is. You know where the light is to find your breath again. And maybe this allows you to release through tears, through crying, through yawning. Maybe someone here is sneezing because you're just releasing all of that pent-up energy. And so this is all, this is an energy reading, but it is also an activation, a transmission for you that will receive it. And this is for your highest good. I set the intention before I hit record. And this was a sacred and safe space. And so when the body notices, when it feels and senses safety, it can then bring down those walls, those internal walls that even keep us from ourself. Because the subconscious is 95% of ourself. We are 5% consciously aware. And so the deeper we go, the layers we meet. It's like they're showing me right now, like cutting into this beautiful cake where you're like, oh my gosh, you open it up and you're like, how are all these layers there? They're just so perfectly stacked and held together and taste so good, all connected, all together. This is the layers of you. This is the layers that you are to meet, have met, and have already learned and grown from, have already tasted, have already been digested, assimilated, so now you can take them out into your environment, into your life, and share them. This is just another part of that. This is just another piece of the cake. And so coming back into the body, into the awareness right now, noticing your feet on the floor, or if your feet aren't touching the floor, can you start to feel those tingles of the roots growing out from the heels, the soles, each toe, tugging and bringing them back down into earth, wrapping them around her core, and then allowing that loving embrace, the resonance, her frequency and vibration to replenish, to rejuvenate your own, and to bring that up through your whole being and around you, so that you are in this sacred field of love, of protection, of light. And then take a deep breath in, and then exhaling out all into your field. Knowing that that's a safe space and place for you to release, to let go, to shed what no longer is ready to walk with you forward on this path, on this journey. And this may take a few days, a few weeks. It may take some time for you to actually make the decision to open up that gateway, that doorway, to walk halfway onto the bridge that you've been creating from your boundaries and say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for you to meet me where I am. I'm ready for you to see me for who I am, for you to feel who I am, for you to notice my vibration, my frequency, my unique blueprint of who I am. Not for what I do or for what I was, but accepting me for all that I am. And this is going to begin and start with you, and then that bridge will grow so that others can meet you. Okay. All right. Is there any other messages that would like to come through the cards? I'm hearing no. So I'm going to honor that. And we are just going to close this sacred space with acknowledging all of the helping spirits, the elements, thanking our bodies for their presence, thanking our nervous system, thanking the space that's been holding us here in this place all together as one. Take lots of care, you guys.